This is bizarre. They should have just said sloth crossing. They're called Bahoy Hoist, and that's cool. We're dying, but we're smiling. We're frozen. My mouth is frozen.
It's not what we know. It's
I'm Shalane. This is Dean, and we are Grassroots Living.
About to see the world in action, what we can be, life with no distraction.
Good morning, friends. Thank you so much for joining us again today. We're doing a Travel Small Live Big series. If you haven't seen any of that so far, click on the links and you can go see what we've been doing. Today we're in Idaho and we're on the moon. It kind of looks like we're on the moon. I'll show you guys. So this is called Craters of the Moon National Monument. This is our first time here, and it's all like from like lava flow and stuff. I don't know. We'll learn all about it and we will take you guys with us. The first thing we're gonna do is we are actually gonna stay not at a free campsite tonight. We're actually gonna stay at the Craters of the Moon National Monument campground. So let's go find a spot. We'll share that with you and then we'll go do some exploring. Are you guys seeing this? This is bizarre. We have found a spot. Dean is over at the kiosk paying for it. Speaking of Travel Small Live Big, like I was saying that this is the Travel Small Live Big series. So we're in, if you guys don't know, we're just traveling for 6 weeks and tent camping out of our little car. We usually live in a little truck camper, which is also traveling small, living big. But my point is this. There's only about 4 spots here that I can tell where you could have like a fifth wheel or a big motorhome, big Class A. As a matter of fact, there's most of the park, it actually just says no fifth wheels or long travel trailers or long whatever it said beyond this point. There are some though, but not very many. But it is kind of nice to be so nimble in the little car. Anyway, so this is the site that we have. Kind of funky looking. So it's got a little table that looks like Star Trek Enterprise. And and look, it's just got all this volcanic rock. Anyway, we're in Site 6. It's kind of cool. And so that we're going to go ahead and set up our tent, I think, and then go into the National Monument and do a little hiking and exploring, and we will take you guys with us.
In the future, geologists predict that the cyclic pattern of eruptions will continue. They believe that craters of the moon will see new fountains of basaltic fire within the next 1,000 years.
So we're on the Devil's Garden Trail, and it's just kind of a fascinating place. The way that it got its name was, I guess there was a preacher passing through this area, I'm gonna guess maybe 100 years ago, and he said all the shrubbery and things like that that are found out here are fit for a garden for the devil himself. And so that's why.
those of you that watch us that are homeschoolers or especially road schoolers, man, if you could get your kids out here, I mean, every national park offers educational opportunities, but this one is so unique and so very, very cool. You guys really should check it out if you possibly can.
I'll take you to a place we can see it all. Step off the edge, I can break your fall. Your will is my law. I'ma let you be the boss, 'cause I'll go where you go.
Whoa. That is so cool. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're climbing this at sunset. You guys want to see a sunset view from up there? That looks really cool. Let's come back tonight and we'll climb it and we'll watch the sunset. You guys, this looks like we're on the moon. Like, no joke. Look at this.
You try things that you won't regret. We are kings of the world, and tonight is our playground. We are kings of the world.
Whoa. Hey, there's snow down in there.
Wow.
Wonder how long that snow's been down there.
I'm going to tell you this. I know they call them spatter cones, but I think they're really the snow cone.
It's a snow cone. Man, when our grandsons get older, we have got to bring them here.
How come the trees gets undressed when it's cold? And don't they miss the leaves they left behind? Could it be to make the ground shine?
Okay, so this is a splatter cone. We're at the top of this one now. Splatter cones are the last things that happen like during a volcanic eruption.
It really makes me wonder. Oh, I wonder.
I mean, even seeing it in person is so hard to comprehend, you know?
You know, one of the things I really love about this park is it's got this immense beauty to it, but it's not like Yellowstone and Grand Teton where there's hundreds of thousands of other people around you. It's like in this parking lot right now, there's what, two other cars?
Yeah, 2 other cars. Yeah, we just spent the last couple weeks in Moab, Utah, and in Grand Teton and Yellowstone National Parks. Make sure you click on those videos and check those out. But yeah, this one is really unique and really fun to explore. But he's right, like there's so few people here, so that makes it super cool. If you guys are enjoying this little drive through Craters of the Moon, please give this video a great big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let's continue our very cool drive. Did you guys see that slow wildlife crossing? I was just wondering what kind of slow wildlife was out here. Do you know? Do you know?
I'm actually thinking it's probably a sloth. Those are about the slowest wildlife I know.
They should have just said sloth crossing. You know what this reminds me of a little bit?
What does it remind you of?
It reminds me a little bit, like it's completely different, but it still reminds me of the Devil's Golf Course.
Oh, in Death Valley.
The Devil's Golf Course in Death Valley. If you guys haven't been there, Death Valley doesn't seem like a cool place given its name, but it's actually one of my favorite national parks. That's hard to say though, I have a lot of favorite national parks. But the Devil's Golf Course in, Death Valley Reminds me of this. Doesn't this look like a Devil's Golf Course to you?
It does. Yeah. Not a lot of fairway grass.
Yeah. I don't know if the Devil has an orchard or a golf course, but yeah, he might tee off here. Okay, you guys see the formations that are kind of like woody-doo-dee-doo, wavy like that? That was when the lava, you know, just woody-doo flowed in and dried like that. They're called pahoehoe. They're called pahoehoe. These little formations, woo, called pahoehoe. I didn't name them, but if I would have been so clever to think of it, I totally would have named them pahoehoe. Okay, so we're back at our little tent. We're back at the campground for a minute. We'll take you guys out at sunset, right? So that should be fun. But I did want to tell you, I mentioned earlier, look, I'm kind of sunburned. That's not what I mentioned earlier. What I mentioned earlier is that there's not very many places for big RVs here, but there are a few. But the park itself, like meandering around the park, I felt like was fairly RV friendly.
Yes, I would agree. There is a part in the back where it does say they don't recommend bigger rigs.
Right, here in the campground. But driving around the park and all the little hikes you can do, there were places that you could park. So you guys know, if you have a big rig, you already know you kind of have to scout things out. But just so you're aware, there are a few spots here for big rigs, and the loop itself is big rig friendly, and it costs $15, right?
That is correct. Has water spigots, flush toilets, but nothing really else.
Yeah, but you get to camp in the lava rocks.
That's true.
And that's cool. And we also wanted to mention that it's cards only, like credit or debit cards only, and it's first come, first serve.
Because it's self-pay.
Don't wanna sleep tonight at all. Just wanna watch them stars fall.
Right, so we're 2/3 of the way up. We're breathing hard, but I guess we're old, I don't know. But we're having fun. We're gonna get up there and see an amazing sunset.
Yeah, the last part's the steepest, but we'll make it.
Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know.
Okay,
It's where we
I got to what I thought was the top, and it was just a false top. We got a long way to go.
It's not what we see. It's what we choose to be.
Okay, we got to what we thought was the top again. It was another false top.
We're still smiling though.
We're dying, but we're smiling. Okay, I think we're just about to make it to the top.
We've been playing that kids game, King of the Hill. We won.
Oh, we won. We won this.
Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know. It's where we go.
Yeah, look at that tree, you guys. How cool is that tree?
It's at about a 45-degree angle.
He's my hero.
It's what we choose to be. We're beyond good. I've never been so ready. Fire breath and open sky. It's not what we know. It's where we go. I grow weary.
All right, you guys. We tried to get a super epic sunset, and hopefully we got a little bit for you, but the sky just wasn't putting on the show that we were hoping that she was going to tonight. We're frozen. My mouth is frozen. I'm not even speaking correctly. Okay.
It is pretty cool.
Well, now I wish I had a sled so we could slide down. but I don't. So we better get going before it gets too dark. We'll see you at the bottom. Good morning again. We hope you enjoyed that sunset. And today we are going to take a little cave walk, short one. Dean's gonna show you where we're at and where we're going.
So we're right here. We're gonna head up the Caves Trail to Dewdrop Cave, take a right and go out to Indian Tunnel. It's like 800 feet, so it should be a fun one.
You guys look, it's a perfect Pahoehoe. It's a Pahoehoe. Oh, it's funny. Split in the road. Which one should we take?
Take the right. It's always the right choice.
We'll take the right choice. Okay, so there's choices Indian Tunnel, Boy Scout, and Beauty. And we're taking Indian Tunnel. Oh, look at this. Wild caves.
It's hard for you, I'm sure, in the camera to picture this, but the vastness of this lava field, because it just goes on and on. What a fantastic find this is.
All right, so we've made it to Indian Cave. This is what it looks like to go down. Got some pretty steep stairs. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, let's go down.
This is a lava tube, and what happens is the lava is flowing underneath the surface, and it's moving at such a fast pace that the top part up here, part that you can see way up there, actually crusts over. And when it crusts over, it creates this little cave. Now, over the course of time, the lava eventually will stop flowing. Once it stops flowing, what's left is this massive cave that's formed, and then over time, as you can see, parts of the roof will start to collapse. Hopefully it doesn't happen while we're here.
Yeah. It's also Native American air conditioning.
Yeah. Yeah, the Native American tribes, the Shoshone, would come out here on a hot day, because I guess out here on the rocks it can get up to 150 degrees, and so they would come down into the caves, and just a little bit that we've come from the entrance, it's already dropped maybe 10 to 15 degrees.
It's a huge difference. It's so nice and cool down here. This is crazy. We just walked into another part of the cave and immediately it was, I don't know how much cooler. A lot cooler. Crazy.
They say 30 degrees.
They say it's 30 degrees cooler in here than from the top.
Exactly.
Wow. You guys, I feel like I'm on another planet. I wish my grandsons were here. I think I hear bats. As long as they're not hummingbirds, I'm fine. Well, that was a super fun little hike, and Craters of the Moon National Monument as a whole has been very cool. Thank you so much for traveling with us. We sincerely hope that you have enjoyed going through the park with us. We're actually on our way to travel through the Sawtooth Mountains here in Idaho, up to Coeur d'Alene. We've got all kinds of adventures planned.
Don't forget about Glacier.
Glacier National Park after that. So we hope that you guys will travel with us. We've already had a ton of adventures on this Travel Small Live Big series, and hope that you will click the playlist and check those out if you haven't already seen those. But until we get to the Sawtooths, we're gonna sign out for now, yeah?
I think so.
Okay, well, until next time, this is Grassroots Living reminding you to get down to the grassroots of what makes you happy and live your love.
We're thinking of you. We'll catch you next time.
Peace out.
It's not what we know, it's where we go. I grow wings and tell her goodbye. Oh, it's not what we see, it's what we choose.